Yes, yes.
Y'all done got me all hot. Be transformed by the renewing of the mind.
Yes. Work with that.
That was a good one, Pastor Matt.
God. Amen. Amen.
And it was right on time.
Yeah. That's right.
Because the mind of New Era needs to change.
Yeah.
Somebody ain't happy yet. The mind of New Era needs to change. And until the mind of New Era begins to change, the atmosphere is not, in other words, let me break it down to you like this. I'm going to give this one to you for free. You ain't even got to pay for it. Watch this, watch this. If the mind is right here, then the community, the atmosphere, I wish I had some help. It will begin to fall into place. It is not by happenstance that God has this ministry in the place and in the time that he has this ministry where it is. It was predestined and ordained for you to be where you are. And as long as I can be in the will of God, I wish I had some help up in here. As long as I can be in the will of God and begin to do the things that God has for me in my life, I'm getting ready to go home. Then things will begin to turn around for me. And as long as I can keep my mind stayed on Jesus and begin to pray in season and out of season. See, that's the problem with a lot of us now. We only pray when things are going bad. But if I can learn, Pastor Mac, to pray in season and out of season, then things will begin to work out the way that God has already planned for me. Yes. And as long as I keep on doing what God has told me to do, yes, things will begin to work out the way they're supposed to. And how do I know that? Because the Bible already told me that he's already worked this thing out for me. If you don't believe me, look in Jeremiah. He told Jeremiah, he says, I already knew you. Yes. Before you were even formed in your mother's womb. Is there anybody in here where you know that something has been brewing on the inside of you? Even since you were a little bitty girl. Seemed like when everybody else wanted to go out and play crooks and cops and robbers, you was always there with your choir robe on or your preacher robe on, trying to sing and preach to somebody. Do I have a witness up in here? It's because God has already predestined your glory. I wish I had some help up in here. A lot of us are not walking towards the glory that God has already destined for us because we've been backslid into a point to where we used to be because we've allowed people to tell us that we're who you used to be. I wish I had some help. I no longer am the person that I used to be. Being transformed by the renewing of the mind. In other words, if any man come to Christ, I wish I had some help. He is a new creature. All things are passed away. Behold, things are become new. So why are you still looking like yesterday? Why are you still smelling like yesterday? Why are you still wearing yesterday's clothes? Why are you still with yesterday's crowd? Why are you still living in yesterday's house? And why are you still doing yesterday's things? It's because you've not been renewed by the mind. Old church used to say, my mind's made up. And there's no turning back. If once your listen, and I don't care who says what up in here, but as soon as you got to a point to where your mind was made up, you now listen. If somebody was, if you've ever been in an abusive relationship before, you stayed there until they beat you to a point to where your mind was made up that I'm no longer going to let this fool keep doing that to me.
Yeah.
You done cheated on me one too many times. I gotta go. My mind is made up. I'm sick and tired of this job. My mind is made up. I ain't staying no more. Is your mind made up?
Yeah.
Your mind made up?
Yeah.
Is your mind made up? Is your